I call to order the October 15th meeting of Mayor and Council. And I'm going to ask if we can welcome Bishop Jamie Johnson from James Miracle Temple to do the invocation for us, after which we will do the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll be rocking and rolling after that. Bishop Johnson.
Let's bow our heads.
You gotta sing first.
That wasn't the deal. They told me to just
Nobody
do
told
the invocation.
All right.
All right, let's bow our heads. Father, we thank you for bringing us together one more time. We thank you for this community that we call Fort Valley, Peach County. We pray, God, that you extend your hand upon this council, God, as they make decisions for the city, as they continue to make strides to make our city better and safer. We pray, God, that you will continue to give them the tools and the wisdom in order to guide them in the direction that you would have them to go. We pray, God, for this community as a whole, God, that you will continue to encourage our hearts and give us, God, the mindset, God, that we will continue to thrive and strive no matter what situation we may be facing. We pray, God, that you will continue to keep our police safe, keep our children safe, keep everyone in this community, God, safe and near and dear to your arms. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
Amen. So I'll stand. I pledge allegiance unto the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The inside joke about the singing comes when we all, our hearts were made to be heavy this last week, and we had a service, homegoing celebration for one who has given a lot to the community by way of volunteerism and work for our community people. And of course, the mass choir from the community included Bishop Jamie Johnson, who took the place of John P. Key in leading He'll Welcome Me Home and did an excellent job. Thank you. All right, you have before you the minutes of September 17, September 22nd, September 29th, and October 1st. We've been some busy people this last period. And these were in your notebooks on Tuesday nights, and most of us had the opportunity to look at them. I'll entertain a motion on what action you would want to take in regards to these minutes.
I'm gonna move that we accept all three, if that's.
Four.
Oh, October the 1st also. I move that we accept all three minutes as written. I don't think we saw anything wrong with the Tuesday night.
Need a second?
I second.
Okay. Motion by Collins and seconded by Lane that we accept all four sets of minutes as written. All in favor, let it be known by the word aye.
Aye.
And opposers known by the same sign. No opposers, and the motion carries. Thank you. Now, by way of announcements, I need to say maybe two more times about the two-waying of Main Street. We are now in the month of October, wherein we are just kind of warning people to please park with the traffic flow on Main Street, especially in the parallel parking area. Instead of meeting traffic, warnings will be done this month, and starting real soon, like the next month or so, then citations will be issued for parking in the wrong direction. So please, let's be conscientious of that and park with the flow of traffic. Main Street is continuing to be full in the evenings with activities going on at the Austin and at the Main Street Bar and Grill. When you come through at night, as Councilwoman Bryant says, I stay out all time of night, but I really don't. But when I do come through, I see see a lot of activity downtown, and I like to see the streets downtown full. The Georgia National Fair is going on this week. I think this is the second week.
It goes on through Sunday.
Goes on through this Sunday. So if you have not had the opportunity to go, it's going to be in and closing out this coming Sunday. So you might want to get it on. I got grandkids coming in this weekend from South Carolina, and between the two of them, you may have to buy me a cup of coffee on Monday to enjoy the fair, which is a tradition in our household. Okay, the early voting has begun and will last until October the 30th, and the voting poll is located right across the street from City Hall. So get out and go to the poll, with the election coming up on November the 3rd. Polls open from 7 a.m. and close at 7 p.m.
That's just on the 3rd of November.
November the 3rd, yes.
Okay.
What did I say?
That's
I said with the
Last one,
voting,
I think 9 to 5.
with the election on November the 3rd.
Yeah. And early voting is from 8 to 5, and they're closed between 1 and 12 and 1 for lunch.
Right. Okay. There is an activity called the Buddy Walk that's scheduled out at Lane Southern Orchard this weekend. This is a walk for children who are affected by Down syndrome, I believe. That's Saturday, the 17th, from 10 until 1.
And I have a buddy named Jaden, and I'm walking for him. So any of you all want to make a contribution, give it to me, and I'll give it in his honor, Jaden.
Okay. Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right. Very good. Very good. This is the month of breast cancer awareness. So you see from time to time, even our men wearing pink, and you see the city staff wearing pink every Friday, and the utility commission staff as well as the commissioners wearing pink every Friday in honor of breast cancer month. And we do have some breast cancer survivors right here in City Hall, so we pay homage to them also.
Domestic violence awareness.
Domestic violence awareness also. Thank you, Victor. So all of these things we need to be conscious of. Tomorrow night, I think the Trojans will play, is it Jackson? Yeah. Jackson in Anderson Stadium.
Jackson.
Oh, in Jackson. It's not a home game. Okay, in Jackson.
If you want, but it'll be old.
I ran into someone at a conference who looked at my badge and said, don't remind me because we got to play y'all. And I thought it was the weekend before now, so I thought that game was over. But in Jackson, we are on the road.
Is this a region game?
Yeah.
Okay, we wish the,
Right.
wow, we wish the Trojans well on this Friday night. Wildcats will be at home this Saturday against Florida Tech in Wildcat Stadium. We wish both teams well. The Fall Festival will be held on October 29th, Thursday this time, from 5 until
From 6 to 8.
from 6 until 8. And that's on a Thursday night. The reason we moved it back is because homecoming is on the 31st, that's Saturday. And those are two big events for Fort Valley. We didn't want one to infringe on the other. Before our next meeting, there will be a ribbon cutting at the Reserve at Hampton on November the 6th. And I didn't get a time on that. But November the 6th, the ribbon cutting will occur. And then, of course, October the 31st is the date that all Wildcats and former Wildcats and community people look forward to. It's a day that we have more people in and out of Fort Valley than any other day, including the Peach Festival, really. October the 31st. And the activities will start that week with a kickoff that Monday. Most of the activities going to happen will happen on the campus during that time. I think I was invited to the Queen's Tea on that Thursday at noon. That's when all of the former Miss Fort Valley States come back and have a tea with the First Lady. This time, I don't know how they're going to manage it because the First Lady,
First lady is the president.
the First Lady is the president. So I don't know how they're going to handle it this time for the first time in Wildcat history.
Will the council participate in the parade
I-
like we did in viewing?
Hopefully we will. I'm sure you got information about it in your boxes. The parade is that Saturday morning at 9, and I think it starts at the various locations, some at Festival Park, most of them at Festival Park, I think, and come down Main Street backwards and go on out to Fort Valley State University. So
Not backwards anymore.
it's not backwards anymore. That's right. Thank you for reminding me of that. Go up Main Street. We want to really thank the Camellia Society from in Marshallville for providing us some camellias in strategic places down Main Street and other places in honor of the construction being over, or in recognition of the construction being over. We thank them for that. Now, also in addition to that, pretty soon you're going to see the lights being strung around about town, because it won't be long before Christmas is here, and it's not one of those things that we just do overnight and all of a sudden the lights appear. We will be putting the decorations up, but the official lighting will be November the 24th. The official lighting of the lights and blessing of the lights here, November 24th. Miss America is coming back to Peach County, even though one of us was trying to steal her from us.
One Robin.
Miss America is
Macon.
coming. Everybody else coming back to Peach County. There will be some signs erected real soon by DOT at all the entrances into Peach County. It's going to be some 9 signs. This is an effort that the cost is defrayed half by Peach County and half by the city of Fort Valley to welcome this young lady back. But she will be coming in on November the 14th with her entourage for dinner out at Henderson Village. That's a Saturday evening. Also, on November the 15th, which is the next night, we have Dancing, is it with the Stars or for the Stars?
For the stars.
Dancing for the Stars, which is a fundraiser, an annual fundraiser that's done for the K Center. And of course, we have a lot of celebrities that's dancing, including yours truly. And so those of you who want to sponsor somebody, sponsor your mayor this time. It has been great celebrities that have come out of City Hall here, and one of them being Jimmy Barnes last year, and he stole the show. I don't know whether the mayor would do that, but Miss McAfee,
Ben Carpenter.
Ben Carpenter, we have had great things coming out of Fort Valley. Larry Brown.
That's why you're my partner.
So we are trying. So they made the bar. They set the bar real high for the mayor. So I'm going to try to jump it if we can. The rehearsal for that will start next week on October the 20th, Tuesday, I believe it is, at 6:30 at the K School. Once again, how about sponsoring your mayor?
And where do people buy tickets?
From the mayor.
From the mayor. The mayor will have some, because the mayor got
And a lot of times the tickets get sold out, don't
They do? Yeah, we have a sellout crowd every time. So I understand the tickets are going to be ready real soon. So see me for your ticket, if you would. Would love to have you come out for this event. I do want to mention that the strange face that you see back here behind us today is from the law firm of Tuggle, Gerald, and Lawson, I believe it is. The gentleman that you see behind us is Bob Lawson. Billy Gerald couldn't be with us tonight, and so he is represented. All right, did we have any other announcement that your mayor forgot this time that anybody needs to make mention of? All right, if not, we'll move on to special recognitions. And I think these two departments are competing with each other on the recognitions. We have two departments being recognized tonight, and we'll go with the first one that has one, and that is the Public Safety Department. They are recognizing Miss Diane Brown as the Employee of the Month. She's a receptionist at the front desk. She's the one that has to keep that smile on her face. Sometimes when irate people might come in, might be upset with the chief, but Diane is the one that has to receive them and does it so elegantly. So Diane, we thank you for your service to the city of Fort Valley. Because due to the nature of our business, there's always a level of venting that happens, that takes place when dealing with the public, and particularly irate citizens. Ms. Brown handles each complaint and or request with compassion, professionalism, and kind word and a smile. Ms. Brown's dedication causes her to work late on many nights and on weekends. Recently, when our computer server crashed, Ms. Brown worked both weekends and night to help it get back online. Ms. Brown's devotion to our mission and commitment to excellence make her an outstanding employee. Ms. Brown has worked for the city of Fort Valley for over 9 years. Through her hard work, has gained respect of both the firefighters and the police officers and her supervisors at all levels. Thank you so much for this honor, Ms. Brown. And of course, I'm going to give you this plaque, but there's something important behind it too. There's a check. All right? Thank you. Let's applaud again. All right? Now, from the next department, we have 3. The director and the comrades in that department felt that they had a hard time choosing one because they truly work as a team. And you see that very often in our Public Works Department. They are a great team. But the management and staff of the Public Works Department wants to nominate employees Paul Owens, Adagio Wright, Narada Moore for Employee of the Month. They do a really outstanding job for the Public Works Department. They never have idle time and on their hands, and they take pride in the way they perform their job. They go above and beyond their daily tasks to keep the city functioning as a whole, whether it be cleaning, driving, or preventive maintenance. And of course, this is what crew?
Sanitation crew.
The sanitation crew. That's the crew that really have to get their hands dirty. And that is a good crew. When you can smile, when you smell trash. When you can smile and smell trash and still smile, that's something to be commended. All right. We're going to present you with this plaque and this small check. Thank you. Thank you. It's always fun to recognize our employees. And by the way, Cujo, on Dancing for the Stars, that's my birthday. So come on out and support me on my birthday. Bring my cake, Miss Martin. You can dance. All right.
Who said that? Who can dance?
Cujo said. Cujo can dance. All right. Thank you so much for that. Is there anybody to address the council tonight that want to address the council? All right. Yes. Thank you.
I wanted to compliment the city council for so many.
See if that mic is on there. I don't.
For so many changes that's been going on in town, and it's really nice and impressive. So many times you see cities not going in the right direction, but I really appreciate and think the way that the town has been diverse and changed, and the changes that are taking place is really good. One question that I do have is when you look around, you see all the empty seats, how we addressing the community to get involved. And that is one thing that I think that the council should look at, trying to get the whole community involved. And it shouldn't be to where so many empty seats on a night to night that are empty. So we really need to look at trying to get everyone involved and trying to get the community involved. That would help the community to buy into your vision as well as the community. And me as a person coming from another environment, I really appreciate and can see the difference. And that would be something that we all can enjoy and visualize as a community to making Fort Valley be better.
Where are
Thank
you
you.
from? You said you came from another community.
Maybe, I'm not sure if I should say, Cook County, Illinois.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Glad to have you. Thank you, sir, for that. We just had a person that met us in the office a few minutes ago. They actually were looking for somebody to rent a house from that just got a job up at Byron. And of course, we thanked him for choosing Fort Valley to come and stay here, because Byron gets most of them, a lot of them, and we thanked him for that. This is a small town and a friendly town. And now, as far as the empty seats, and inviting them to come and telling them what we do, put it on Facebook if you don't mind. Right? Yeah, put it on Facebook. And so we will start to have some town hall meetings, because there are some things that we got to do in 2016 that's going to require a little bit of that. So we will have some town hall meetings in order to get a little bit more public input. So look forward to that, Greg. Thank you so much. All right, anybody else that wanted to address the council tonight? There's one thing that I forgot to put on the announcement. Peach County High School Chorus has their fall concert on the 22nd. I believe that's next Thursday. Yeah, I think it's next Thursday. And that's an intergovernmental meeting for us. So some of us won't be able to make it to that, but I got to go there. So anyway, the 22nd, and I think it's at 6:30, 6 or 6:30 at the Peach County High School auditorium. Okay. All right. So under new business behind tab number 1, you have a resolution regarding the changing of the commercial dumpster fees. The fees will now be $10, will be increased by $10 per month as of January 1, 2016. You have the resolution before you. What did I hear in regards of it?
Mayor, I so move that we accept the resolution as written, and that's all. Do it.
I'll second it, and maybe if we could have a little discussion, you could tell us
Correct.
what
Okay.
caused this,
Okay.
We have
or
to.
what precipitated.
Okay. Motion by Barnes and seconded by Collins. Now, are you ready for the question? You ready for the question?
Okay.
Come in.
I was gonna say the reason for this particular resolution is that our long-term tipping fees at the dump that we're taking to have increased, as well as everything else. And right now, we're riding a real low gas fee, which is great, and we need to keep riding that as best we can, but we can't go into the hole. We have to increase as they increase our costs. So that's the basis for the resolution.
Okay. Thank you for that explanation, Mr. Barnes. Any other comments on it? If not, I call for the vote. All in favor of the resolution, let it be known by the word aye.
Aye.
And opposes the same sign. No opposes, and the motion is carried. All right. Behind tab number 2 is a resolution for poll manager appointments. We have these names submitted by our election superintendent, Ms. Jane Matthews as the chief manager, Barbara Whittington, Sylvia Malone as assistant managers for the precinct located at the Thomas Public Library, 315 Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. These ladies have been they are experienced in handling the voting process and has done this for years, not only with us but with the county also. What do I hear in regards to this resolution?
I move we accept the resolution.
I'll second.
Okay, moved by Collins, seconded by Barnes, that we accept the resolution. All in favor, let it be known by the word aye.
Aye.
And opposers, the same sign. No opposers, and the motion carries. Thank you. Behind tab number 3 is a resolution announcing and the appointment of a vacancy with the Housing Authority. And the person is Miss Jessica Golden. And I understand she is a resident of the Housing Authority. All in, nobody, I need a motion first.
I make a motion, Mayor, that we accept the appointment of Mr. Jessica Golden to the Board of Directors of the Housing Authority of Fort Valley.
I'll second it.
Okay, voted, motion by Lane and seconded by Bryant that we accept this resolution. All in favor, let it be known by the word aye.
Aye.
And opposers, the same sign. No opposers, and the motion carries. Behind tab number 4 is a resolution. Now, this was not on your agenda for the work session on Tuesday night. However, we talked about this long and hard in one of the meetings that we did, and it was the consensus of the council that we approve this. We just had not made it official and voted on it. It's a resolution approving the adjusted pay grade for our stormwater supervisor's position, and that person being Carpenter. And his pay grade will be adjusted from pay grade 16-8 to 16-15. What shall I hear in regards of it?
I have a question. I talked to the city administrator,
Mm-hmm.
and this is not the amount that I was told.
Well, the pay grade is 16-8.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Is there an error here?
Because there's an error here. Yeah.
Is there a big error?
Yes, it is.
I move that you give the mayor the oh, okay, go ahead.
Mayor, I thought we had talked about as an assistant director.
That's what it says.
Said.
That's what it says.
I
That's in
didn't
the
hear
res-
that when the mayor-
Supervisor to Assistant Public Works Director.
Do what now?
From stormwater supervisor to assistant public work director.
Okay.
Stormwater manager.
And
And
stormwater
stormwater
manager.
manager.
Both, / stormwater manager.
It's got it on the resolution. I
I
just
don't
didn't,
get to see the resolution.
okay, I just didn't say it that way.
Is that right, Larry?
That's right.
Yeah, that's fine, thank you.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know about how we got the pay grade like it is, but. Good for you.
Oh, no, I just talked to the city administrator.
See, he was gonna get
Gave me
enough
a
out of that to
different
get us a new car.
Huh?
He would've got enough out of that to get us a new car.
You right.
He was getting ready to like me, for real.
Okay.
It's
the first one correct.
16,
Thank you,
15.
16. I wasn't here when we,
16,
We didn't.
but I wasn't here when we did it.
Yes, when you was here, I tried to call you yesterday.
What do we need to adjust?
That's okay.
We just need to adjust it. It's an
16,
editorial,
15,
it's an editorial change in the resolution.
16, wait a
It's an
minute.
amount change, just.
16, 15 looks like the.
Pay grade is right,
Grade, yeah.
but the amount,
The amount's
Wait a minute.
What's the amount?
33, oh, that's supposed to be
16, 15,
33.
it says is 38,014.
So
Is
that's
that right?
correct, but the first figure?
Yes, the 31st figure should have been 33.
33.
And the last.
and the
figure
second one is
what?
right.
That's correct.
38,014.
Second one is correct.
Last figure is 30.
If it's 16, 15, it is.
That ain't what you told me.
Unless I'm looking at it wrong. It's
Subtract the 2.
15, Wait a minute.
They don't come up with that.
1650
Get it right
is
before we-
38014, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
That's what 1650 is, if that's
Mhm.
what we decided on.
Mhm.
It's 38, comma, 014.
All right. And 16.8,
But I wasn't here when we did it, but it's okay.
33.093.
It's what it came from, is what you're
33.
saying.
Oh,
No,
nine.
68.
3309,
16.
38.
Hey,
That's still not the price that, the amount that you gave me when we talked today.
It was 49, I told you 49 something.
Mm-mm.
33093, right?
It's four-
Martha, is what it came from.
4,000 increase.
It was 40, I told you it was 4,009.
33 to 38 would be,
That's right.
right.
Okay? Did we,
Is that okay?
did we get it straightened out?
Oh,
Did we get it straightened out?
That wasn't what I was told.
What'd I tell you today?
You told me it would be a
49.
$4,000.
4,900.
Increase a year. Not 9, just the 4. I wrote it down and agreed to that. Okay, go ahead,
I think what was wrong is this, what it came from, is the third, was he a 16.8? Is that what he
That's what it
was?
says,
16.8.
A 16.8
To a
is
16.50.
33, unless my,
33,
093.
yeah, and I typed 30.093
So
instead of
it's, see, she
33.
typed this wrong, she said, it's gonna be 30.
No, she said when I talked with her on
What
the,
Oh.
I'm looking at the bottom line figure here.
Oh, oh. Okay.
Is that correct, though, the 33093, Ben?
yes.
Larry?
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
And the last figure is 38,014?
Mm-hmm.
So it's nearly,
It's 5.
nearly
$5,000.
$5,000, right?
All right, what do you want to do in regards to this? Now, when you do your motion, you need to make mention of the editorial change. Because we don't have time to retype out the resolution.
Yeah, you
There's an
do.
editorial change. You want to retype it?
Yeah, I told
You want to change it? Okay, all right, well, go ahead and do
I-
that, and
I'll
we'll
make
come
a-
back to that.
I'll make a
Man.
motion, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I don't mind him getting a raise, but then, we should have discussed the amount of the raise before we voted on the raise. And I was told a certain amount, and that's not that amount.
Miss Wanda, you know what? You said,
Uh,
no, I'm serious. You said 4,000, that's like 4,000, no, that's like 5,000.
but it-
I said it's 49 something something, and you said,
But you
that's
quoted
4, and I
that 30.
said,
Okay, we through with it. I don't have a problem with giving Ben an increase. It's the process that we're doing it in that I have a problem with. And my little one vote ain't gonna make no.
Well, I
difference.
understand where
Yes,
Juanita's
ma'am.
coming from,
Mhm.
but, I think based on the pay grade that Ben presently at versus the one that he's being promoted to is correct. But I understand, what you're saying, but I think, having said that, I
did
think
you
it's,
mention the change in the title too?
I'm sorry, what are you saying?
He brought out the change in the title
Okay.
from stormwater supervisor to assistant public work director
Okay.
and
Slash
stormwater
stormwater
manager
manager.
/ stormwater manager.
Is that right, Larry?
Yeah.
That's what we did.
okay, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Restate I make a you got me confused now.
That's okay.
You wanna make a resolution?
I want to make a resolution that we accept the supervisor position being changed from supervisor to assistant public works director / stormwater manager, and make a note in our resolution that Mr. Carpenter will be promoted from a 16.8, of which he was paid 33,093 to a pay grade of 16.15, where he will be paid 38,014 moving forward.
Effective,
Is that effective when, Ms.
The
Banks?
15th day of October, right?
effective immediately. Okay?
Yeah, I second that.
All right. Motion by Lane and second by Hester All that he said. All in favor, let it be known by the word aye.
Aye.
And opposes the same sign.
Aye.
Okay, one opposer, 5, 4, and 1 against. Okay? All right? And the motion carries. All right? Behind tab number 5, DDA Main Street vacancies. And this comes in an announcement, I think. Mr. Ronald Pride has tendered his letter of resignation from the DDA board.
We actually have his letter on file in that matter.
Right. And so I need to announce that there is a vacancy now
I think
on,
there's 2 vacancies in that.
Right.
well, another vacancy, and the one that qualified Mr. Pride was that he was a business owner and a taxpayer in Fort Valley.
But he just
Locally,
resigned.
and he resigned. So the person that replaces him has to be a same thing, a business owner. And well, we got 2 to replace, but we got to have a business owner and a taxpayer in the community. We also have it was just Mr. Pride at this time. Who else?
Sean Simons, it says, is owner of business, but he lives outside our county. Is what this says.
Well, he's
So
on-
we've
Now,
got-
she was just letting them know that you can have one person.
Yeah.
In that, like
Oh,
that.
so he's
you-
okay.
Yeah,
He's okay.
You just have.
Is that correct?
Is he the
Yes, he's
substitution?
fine.
Yeah.
No, he's
Okay.
fine.
So we don't
You just need
have
to-
to then.
You just need to announce.
Just announce that. Okay.
So
All
we
right.
only have 1 vacancy.
One vacancy. And anyone who is interested in serving on the Downtown Development Authority / Main Street Board is open. You may do so by submitting your resume to the city administrator, and we will vote on who gets that position at the next meeting if we have requests. Okay? All right. Behind tab number 6 is a letter that comes from the executive director, Mr. Eric Rump, from the Housing Authority. And this letter is to ask that the board replaces Miss Henrietta Hartsfield, who was appointed to the Housing Authority back in June, but has not had the opportunity to attend in any of the meetings due to an illness with her daughter. And so Mr. Rump is asking that she be replaced so that we can have a quorum on that board in order to do business. So I want to announce the opening of that vacancy also on the Housing Authority. Anyone who's interested in serving on that board can do so also. And it does not have to be a resident of the Housing Authority.
But has to
Okay.
live in Fort Valley.
Have to live in Fort Valley, yes. Okay? And we will entertain that the same way. Submit your resume to the city administrator, and you will be considered by the next work session of council, mayor and council. All right, that's all we have on new business. Now we have reports from departments. That comes on the new business also, but the reports from departments. Let's start with we don't want to do any, meeny, miny, mo. Let's start on this end with Miss Bryant. And you have 2 to do for us, public safety as well as the one that you normally do, personnel.
First one will be, the fire department. Fort Valley Fire Department, Public Safety Month, fire report, October 2015. 1 building fire, 1 cooking fire, 16 medical assist EMS, 1 motor vehicle accident, 1 gas leak, 1 oil spill, 1 power line down, 1 vehicle accident cleanup, 1 smoke removal, 1 assist other agency, 2 assist other agency, 1 unauthorized burn, 1 dispatch cancel en route 2 false calls, 1 detector activated malfunction, 3 fire alarm activation unintentional, 1 excessive heat scorch burn. Fort Valley Fire Service activity report. 9:15 fire drill, Fort Valley Middle School. 9:23 fire drill, Hunt Elementary. 9:26 fire safety, Brick City Union Day. 10:1 fire safety, Byron, Georgia. 10:1 fire safety, Greater Cathedral. 10:7 fire drill, Senior Citizen. 10:7 fire drill, Hunt Elementary. 10:8 fire drill, Byron Head Start. Inspection 9:21 Flash Food, Valley Medical, 5 Point Pharmacy, and ComSouth. On 10:12 Custom Image, R&R Quick Stop, Pediatric First, Hicks and Son, and Yeoman Time. Training, Firefighter 1, 202 hours, physical training 60 hours, leadership training 40 hours, prior suspension 11 hours, administrative procedures 10 hours, building construction 9 hours, technical ops 4 hours, emergency medical 4 hours, hazardous material 4 hours, street training 4 hours. Total training was 348 hours. Police side. And thank you for doing it like this so I can see. Robberies, we had 3, aggravated assault, we had 2, burglaries, we had 5, theft, 23, vehicle, total calls for service, 2014. Calls for service reactive, 1,642. Incident reports filed, 452. Warrants served, 34. Tickets issued, 137. Traffic accidents, 30. Drug arrests, 8. Custodial arrests, 36. Aid to motorists, 18. Fire alarms, 79. Fire calls, 79. Escorts, 59. Prison escorts, 17. Funeral escorts, 2. Suspicious persons, 63. Total training hours, 26. Traffic stop, 156. Juvenile problems, 22. House watch requests, 4. Security checks performed, 532. Unsecured doors found, 5. Welfare check performed, 7. And animal control calls, 46. We also had 15 911 error calls.
Yes, ma'am.
And the chief will.
One thing I wanted everybody to check on the fire side, we had an issue with some dryer lint buildup in the back. Please be cognizant of your lint or your dryers. That causes a big problem. We almost had a huge fire over on our apartment complexes simply because people failed to check the vents in the back, and you got a little lint catcher in the front. And it seems like a minor thing, but the heat generated from those dryers is tremendous. It can cause a big fire. On the police side, it's getting ready to be the holiday season. We're getting close to Thanksgiving time, and we're reminding everybody about being safe when you're out driving. It's getting ready to be shopping season. We want to make sure that everybody is cognizant of not drinking and driving at the same time, being aware of your surroundings, being safe, and making sure that when we're driving back and forth, that we're doing so in a safe manner.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Ms. Juanita, before we go further, the number I gave you, was it 4,921 on the salary? 4,921. I apologize then. I just made you vote against something. I was wrong. I forgot to carry my 1 when I rattled off the number just a while ago. But the difference in those 2 salaries is 4,921. And that's what we talked about this morning. So if you want to change your vote, I apologize. I did say here now when I did it with my
motion and
pen.
start over. Okay.
You're correct. I apologize, man.
All right. All right. Thank you. Beth, finance?
Right, I just, about 3 things, because you got your cash comparison statements, and, the 3 that I always look at. general fund, regular savings, and payroll, because those are the things that, everything else is specified. And those that added up in August to 932, and in September added up to 876,900. So that's not too much difference. So from looking at that, we're still sort of okay. Now, talking about cash, our expenses will keep going till the end of the calendar year. But our fiscal year did end September the 30th. Now, as far as cash, we don't start getting taxes, property taxes, too much until the end of December. But we are gonna get that good insurance check. So I think
Actually, it came today.
Oh, it did? But it's not on here.
No, ma'am, it came today.
How much
I
was it?
think it's like 15,000 more than we budgeted. I can't
Okay,
remember the
so
number.
that will sort of help us tide over in cash. I mean, what I always try to look at is our cash situation as well as our budget situation. So, having that insurance money is gonna help while we're not getting property taxes. We continue to get our lost, from the county, which is, the local option sales tax every month. So, looks like we're gonna be okay cash-wise. All right, now, as I say, as of the September the 30th, if everything worked out perfectly and nothing came in later, we'd be 100% on our revenues collected, which we're not, we're 92%, and we would have spent 100% on everything, which we're not exactly, but it's all close. Mayor and council's 91%, administration 91%, government buildings 104%. It's not, in other words, there's no big thing out. Municipal court 93%, police department 85%, that's the lowest. Now, we've had some vacancies in the patrolman, but we're working on that now because we did vote to raise the patrolman salaries, even though we couldn't raise everybody's salary because we had vacancies in the patrolman's slots and we couldn't seem to make it up. But now, with raising their salary, we hope we're gonna be more competitive with surrounding communities. And so, hopefully those will get filled, and we've budgeted for them to be filled. Fire department's 92%, streets is 100%, cemeteries 86%, and parks is 102%. Our health went over a little, went from what we had budgeted 795 to 829. So I think that shows that we budgeted reasonably. In other words, we didn't try to make up for our budget by budgeting too little. Y'all understand what I'm saying about it? One thing about our budget, if everybody, you can make up, you can figure out percentages any way you want to. But because of our deficit, if every department head on every item for the year saved 7%, that's all you'd have to save. If you saved it on every item, then at the end of the year, we wouldn't have a deficit. That's just for your information.
Nice analogy.
Huh?
Good analogy.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, economic development.
First, Mayor, I'd like to thank Victor. If you've not seen the Lit Tribune this week, it was a very nice article about the life of Miss Mildred Lindsay, and the city economic development got started here about a year ago by the mayor, and Ms. Lindsay just jumped out there without anybody asking and started taking minutes, and I just want the mayor and I that sit on the economic development really appreciated that, and gonna certainly miss Ms. Mildred Lindsay.
Absolutely.
I want to add just to the mayor, you talking about the reserve at the Hampton, the 66 units, I understand, are being occupied as we speak, as we meet, and the grand opening for that ribbon cut will be November 6th. I'm sure everybody will be notified, and the grand opening of the Railroad Cafe, I would ask all of you to give it a try if you've not been down there. They do an outstanding job in the ribbon cutting for this grand opening will be tomorrow at 3 o'clock down at the Railroad Cafe. And I don't know, have anything to add to Mayor?
Thank you.
Is anything?
Okay, thank you. I do need to say that he makes a mean omelet for breakfast. He does, yeah. Okay, Melvin?
Okay. On the administrative department, city complaints, we had 5 inoperative vehicles, 10 overgrown vacant lots. Houses scheduled for demo was none. Houses scheduled for court is 4. Pending houses, title searches 14.
That's the only thing.
Closed businesses, none. 1 application approved for 1 and another application pending for 1. Community service worker hours 250 and health department complaints 1.
I see what you're saying.
Okay, thank you. All right, Public Works, Jim?
Finish it up. All right, the highlights on the administrative office for the month of September. I'm just gonna give you the totals here. We brought in $11,134.50. It's people bringing in trash, what we bill the college, lot and demo, and if we can keep that kind of number every month, that's awesome. Because when you add that number to along with what we monthly bill, well, the utility commission monthly bill for commercial and residential trash, which is $82,528.50, which gives us a total income of $93,663. So that's we're looking at over $1 million a year, just is on that enterprise fund alone. So that's awesome when we can get people trained to bring stuff to the Public Works office, and it really saves a lot of time, money, and very efficient as well. All right. You know, we do fleet maintenance for Public Safety Division and for the administrative office here. And the monthly savings total is $1,531.75. That's just work we did in-house instead of farming out. Okay, sanitation. I hate to say we didn't sweep any streets, but is she back now? Never mind, we won't dwell into the street sweeper right now. It's an oncoming issue.
That's gonna give me an ulcer, you know?
Okay, well,
10 years from now, it won't matter, Larry, so don't.
there you go.
I said 10 years from now, it won't matter, so don't get a nose over it.
Okay.
But just, but from the transfer station alone, we still haul 928.5 tons to Taylor County and 10 loads of yard waste. Now, the yard waste, I think I remember telling y'all, went up from $10 a load to $20 a load. Even though they double that fee, it's only $100, but it's well worth it, I promise you that. All right, let's go to stormwater. The big thing is finishing up this retention pond and getting everything that done. And Ben has been on top of it and doing a super job. And now we're looking into getting the contractor in to finish the remaining bit, just putting the final touches on it. I keep talking to him about finishing the mapping, and I know he's gonna be jumping on that. We're about 68 to 70% finished right now, and that's awesome. So as soon as we get that done, the RDC will be able to have these completed maps, and the more information we gather with that, the better off we'll be. Now, I'm not gonna take away from, you got streets, parks, and cemetery. Well, you know, these guys work. If cemetery's finished, they go help streets. Streets finished, they go help parks. So everywhere you look is a culmination of everybody pulling together and keeping everything looking good. And I get compliments all the time, so I think we're doing a super job. That's it. Thank you very much.
Get a raise in?
I'll give you a couple of attaboys.
Thank you so much. And we want to admonish our citizens also when you're walking or riding down Camellia Boulevard, please don't toss debris into the drains there.
And don't rake your leaves that way, rake your leaves the other way.
I'm seeing bottles and cups and things thrown in there, and that only makes Ben's job a little bit harder down the line. So, please.
We've been working on that, Mayor, especially for since the street sweeper's been down.
Very good.
We've,
Very good.
created a gutter line project as far
Very
as
good.
trying to clean them out around the drains and stuff like
Very good. I think this year for homecoming, we will have, if we are allowed to keep it that way downstate U, we will have the cleanest city than we've seen in a long time. And I think people that come back to Fort Valley will say that. It looks good, and it looks good at night too, Miss Bryant. You might want to ride sometime at night. Looks good. Yes, sir.
I don't know if you know this, but we put some paw prints down State University.
Yes, I've seen that. I've seen
You
that.
did what?
Put
Paw
paw
prints.
prints.
Paw prints.
Paw prints.
Paw prints. Okay.
And lights have started, when did y'all start there, on the Christmas light? Christmas light?
We started Monday.
We're wide open on that.
Oh, really?
Wide open.
We done
All right.
all of
Yeah, we all look forward to that.
We ought to see some colorful water too at 5 Points. So, anyway, we're looking forward to that. Anything else for the good of this meeting?
I move with adjourn.
Second.
You make a
Moved
motion.
by Collins, seconded by, all in favor, by Burns. All in favor, let it be known by aye. All in favor, let it be known by aye.